Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Jan Robberts here from still sunny South Africa. Today I would like to talk a little bit about conditioning. At the beginning of the week I talked about belief and some of the perceptions and ideas and what we think about belief. And during the week, during some of the talks and some of the stuff I was working on, I really thought into what conditioning was all about, and it actually came up in the story as well, and I thought, okay, I can use that here. So to start off with, to explain conditioning, the best way I know how is to use a little story. Now we all, if I say the word elephant, we all have an idea of either the cute little ones or the majestic animals that they really on the plains of South Africa in total, where most of the elephants still live. But when you think, when people try to train a young baby elephant, they put a rope around its leg and then attach the other end to a stake. Now, at first, of course, that baby elephant wants to get away, and he starts tugging at it and trying to get away from it, and he bends his little leg a little bit until at some point he gives up, because he's tried all he can, and it doesn't matter what he does, he just doesn't get away. He can't get out of that position. So this is when he is young. Now, when he grows to a big 12-foot giant, this majestic giants that we actually see and think of, they just put a chain on his leg, again to a post, and the elephant will never try to get away from that chain again. And you know, as we all know, these are really strong animals. They could actually tug that post, and never mind how big it is, and the chain out of the ground and walk wherever they want to. There's not many things that will stop an elephant when he's on the rampage. But no, the elephant doesn't try anymore. Now, you can ask yourself, why doesn't he try anymore? What has changed from the strong animal that they are to the meek animal that he's now become, that he's trained, he's conditioned? And it is because when he was young, he tried so often to get away from it, and he couldn't, that when he was older, he just doesn't try anymore. Now, however sad that is to see, if we take that to ourselves and our human impact, there's a great question in this, because what have you been conditioned to believe? What have you been conditioned in the years leading up to this? Now, especially in the first years of your life. I talk about the first 7 years of your life, like the baby elephant. But not only the 7 years, but what have you been conditioned to believe that is now holding you back? I mean, that elephant stood there, and as soon as he put the chain around the leg, he knew. There was no sound in the side of his head to try and unlearn that conditioning by Freddie Mercury. I want to break free, or a brave heart in the background, freedom. No, there was nothing. The elephant has been there. Now, as human beings, we can easily learn, unlearn, and relearn things, including that condition. We first need to become aware of it. What is holding us back? Is it just our belief? Is it just our mindset? And is that because of the things we were told, we were conditioned to do, believe, and what we thought we would be capable of because somebody else told us time and time again. If somebody keeps telling you time and time again, you can never do that, you can never do that, eventually you start believing you can never do that, and you possibly can. Because, as I said, in belief as well, our mind is so powerful that yet we do not know what a human brain or a human being is capable of. Yet we also always act with limitations. And some of that, because of the conditioning we have not put ourselves to, we've been involved with. We have been in an environment where we got conditioned. We have been in whether it was our parents have conditioned in certain ways, whether our friends have done this, whether the environment we lived in has done it. But there are certain things that in the past, in the far past, and sometimes a little bit closer, but they've conditioned us to believe that we cannot. So I urge you to find out the day you say, I cannot do that, or I could never do that, or I wish I could. And you probably could. You probably can. Start asking yourself some questions. Start asking yourself, why is it that I think that I cannot do that? Who has told me that? Have I ever tried this? Or have I just seen friends doing this? Or have I been told maybe at an early age, you will never adapt to anything? Prove it wrong. But in you to make your own choices, to choose your own attitude, to choose your own future by taking your own choices. So, don't ever let your past become your future. On. We need to move up into the future. But we cannot do that with the same thinking. I'm going to do another one about with the same mindset and the same thinking as what got us here in the first place. It's been said, and I don't know if it was Einstein or Napoleon Hill who said it, but the thinking that got us the problems will not solve them. There's a longer case, but I'll keep it simple. I'm a simple kind of guy. But we cannot solve problems with the same thinking that got us the problems in the first place. So what do we need to do? We can't keep getting the same results and keep doing the same things and expecting different results. It's like going to the movies and expecting a different ending when we watch the same movie twice. Finding out from our past, is this really how it is? Or is it just the way we've been conditioned? You want to do certain things, find out, has this been done before? If it has been done before, then it's already a done thing. Then you can do this. They always say people will always tell you cannot do things until it's done. The naysayers will always be there for whatever reason. But don't let anybody else's opinion of you become your reality. Don't let other people stop you in your tracks. But even worse still, don't let yourself stop you in the tracks. Don't let the person looking in the mirror stop you in the tracks because of what happened in the past. Look at where you are now. And this whole mindset thing, it's a whole webinar for itself, and I probably will do one in the very near future. But this whole mindset thing I said it last week about the beliefs of early this week. Thoughts become words, words become actions, actions become habits, and habits become our destiny. What is your destiny? What is holding you back? Is it just your beliefs? And has it got to do a lot with the conditioning that you've gone through? You can change every part of that. Every single part. When you start taking control of you. It's got to be from inside. Change is not an outside thing. The more we start storming and blaming other people for the conditions we're in, the longer it's going to take, if ever, to get out of it. Because, we in our beliefs, we like to believe all that, this is too good to be true. I told her that early on in the week. Is it ever too bad to be true? I mean, in these days as well, what kind of questions are we asking? We only get answers to the questions we ask. So if we want better answers, we better start asking better questions. What has been your conditioning so far? What is holding you back from you becoming the person you were always meant to be? From your purpose, your passion and your destiny? Is it your beliefs? Is it your mindset? And does it come because of the condition you've had in the past? When you look at your past, it can be changed. It couldn't be changed in the past because you weren't aware from it. But today you can sit down and think, why am I not doing? Why am I not creating? Why am I not the person I was meant to be? I know inside I should be more, but what is holding me back? Is it those conditionings from the past? How am I going to the future? How am I moving into the future? Do you want to go through the rest of your life? Or do you finally decide that I want to grow through the rest of my life and I want to be, do and have. I want to impact people. I want to become more. I want to have more and I want to do more. Throw that old conditioning away. Find out what it is. And it's simple but not easy. It takes dedication. It takes persistence. It takes, the more you find your passion, the more you find your why, the more likely you are to actually get up and do something about your life. The choice is yours. Are you letting your conditioning rule the rest of your life like that elephant? We have opportunities that we can change that. As I said, the elephant wouldn't even, it doesn't matter how many motivational talks and how much positive listening, how much positive reading, how much positive influence from other people can change the way we live the rest of our life. Human beings can. We can. So when are you going to change the situation you're in? When are you going to ensure that your life, your family life, your community life will be better because you've decided to take action on your life? When are you going to stop blaming your past, your neighbors, your family, your friends, your conditioning, coronavirus, all those other kind of things? When are you going to stop blaming and start growing? The choice is yours. Conditioning, mindset, beliefs. It is our choice. If we don't like it, we are not trees, so let's move. Let's move forward, more positive, more passionate, and with more purpose. The 3 Ps. I look forward to seeing you next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.